What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing a mod that I've been actually trying to do to my truck now for quite some time. I had bought a bunch of parts to do a nice sequential LED turn signal on my truck, on my B2000 here, but I never was able to get it quite right working the way I wanted to, and it never looked also really good for me to kind of mass produce and sell to you guys. I have my little box here. You can kind of see I have wrote LED bumper light project, and I bought some clear bumper lights, some LEDs from some other cars and everything. I was trying to mash this together to make one of those sequential LED turn signals, but again, never got it working quite right. So when I was browsing the internet the other day, I came across these ones that's supposed to do exactly that. These are some sequential LED turn signals for the bumper, and they also are driving lights. I am not affiliated with this at all. I bought this with my own money. They have a clear version and a smoke version, which I'll show you guys. I bought the smoke version too, just because I wanted to see how they look. And I'm really hoping they're gonna work exactly how I expect them to, which is having a cool white driving light, and then when I turn the turn signal, have a cool, nice sequential turn signal on it. So really excited about that. I'll leave a link on the bottom so you guys can check it out if you guys wanna pick up one up. But yeah, I think it's gonna be awesome. So let's go ahead and jump into opening the box, see what comes with it, and then we'll move on to the truck to add them on there. Let's do it. All right, guys, so if you get this in the mail, this is what you're gonna get, just a nice little box. And if we open that, we are gonna get a set of lights here. We have a set of plugs here. This is for your factory plugs, so they attach into the same kind of factory plug that you have. Yep, you're gonna have to add the wires that come in here. I guess, I don't know why they're separate, but that's how it comes. You also get this little box, which is a relay. Does not look like the type of relays we use on this truck, but maybe I could be wrong. Maybe this goes on a different position. So we'll definitely keep this to the side and see if we need it once we add this on. And then also we have the two lights. So let me go ahead and just pop one out of here so we can take a look. And this is what you get. You can kind of see the LEDs there on the back. So we have two rows of LEDs. I'm not sure, it looks like only two rows. So I think both of those will turn white and yellow as you input the signal into it. And then again, we have the wires here on the back, which you'll have three: power, ground, and then power for the actual driving lights most likely. So looking good, has a nice cover, has some little bolts here to hold it. You do have bolts to put it in the bumper over here. So I think this is just to hold the actual case here. But yeah, they are looking good. We have two of them. We can then move on to the truck and start trying to add them. This should be a pretty easy add, so let's go over that. And real briefly, before we move over to the truck, I just want to show you the smoke ones. Same deal, relay, the harness for your factory ones, but let me just show you how the smoke part of it looks. Just in case you want to go with the smoke ones instead of the clear ones, you have a better idea how this looks. So this is how the smoke ones look. Looks pretty good, not gonna lie. I mean, it doesn't look super dark. I think you'll be able to see this fine on the road as well. So you can kind of see the LEDs there. So there you go. That's how the smoke ones look in case you want to pick this ones up instead of the clear ones. All right, guys, and you guys know I like to test things out before I go through the trouble of putting them on. So we are gonna test the lights real quick just to make sure they turn on and look good. So I'm gonna turn on the white light first. So let me go ahead and touch the ground here, and then we're gonna touch the power over here. Wow, it's bright. That is bright. So that is looking good. Now, the cables here for the turn signal positive and negative are a little short, so I'm hoping I can reach here. Let me just get this cable out of the way. Hopefully you guys can see that. So they are working good. So I think we can then move on and add them to the bumper. Let's do it. Alright, guys, so we have taken the light out here, and if you recall, I had LED bulbs in here, so you can definitely save those because I believe you can use these ones on the tail lights. So keep that in mind, save those bulbs, reuse them in case one of your tail light bulbs goes out. Here we are looking at the wiring. Now, aftermarket lights and everything, the wiring might be a little funky, so I would say don't base it off of this one, base it off your plug actually on the truck. So if we move over here to the plug that we took out, here we can see the bottom is the ground here, the top is the power. So when we match the cables on our new little light, we gotta make sure we match it corresponding to that. So if we bring our light here, we are gonna, let me just show you here. we are gonna match it. That's how the plug will go into it. So power is on the top, so we got the yellow on the top, and then ground is on the bottom, so we'll match the ground on the bottom. So that way when these two get connected, it should give us light. So let's go ahead and plug it in and then we'll test it out. And there it goes, we are testing it out. You can see the sequential is going that way, so we gotta make sure when we put it down, it's gonna go like this on our bumper. So let's go ahead and disconnect it, plug it down there. And before I go ahead and connect the light on the bottom, I'm also gonna add the T-tab here. So this is a 22 to 18 AWG T-tab that I'm gonna plug into, and then I'm gonna find the other plug that goes into my driving lights here. And we'll just find the power here. Basically, this is the red with black cable. I'm gonna T-tap into that one. I'm gonna do it on the truck side just because if I replace the corner light for any reason, I don't want to have it tied into it and then have to do another T-tab later on. So keep that in mind. I'm going to do it into this one. So let's go ahead and just add that in there, and then we'll be ready to just put this on the bumper and test the driving lights, test the corner lights, and make sure we're all good. And here is our T-tab. Here is our other T-tab into this wire now. So we are pretty much ready to go and plug this where it needs to go, and then see how it looks. All right guys, now another downside of this, there are two tabs on each side that kind of supposed to go along with the bumper and have the tabs going in there. When you install them that way and you turn them on, your sequential is going to be from the outside going in, and honestly I think this should be backwards. It should be from the inside going out. So I'm going to go ahead and just flip them. Again, I'll show you here a little bit later how that looks, just so you have that in mind, and then I'm also going to show you here how it looks going from the inside out. All right guys, and this is just to show you how it looks with the light flip. I bet you can't even really tell that there's not a bit of a fitment issue here. Basically it's a little bit more sunk in on this side and a little bit sticking out over here, but honestly it's not too bad. You're not going to notice from far away. This is just small details that you'll know are not necessarily 100% correct, but it's not a big deal. And at least now the sequential is going to be from the inside going out, which I think that's more of a natural way how I like to see sequentials on this. So, all right guys, so let's talk about something that might be a problem for your truck, especially if you never swap out your turn signal bulbs to something like LED, and that is gonna be an issue of hyper flashing. Now, the kit did come with a relay, which I am not sure where this relay is supposed to go, just because I haven't seen a spot for this one specifically. And let me show you here. This is a small relay, 2-prong. If it fixed the hyper flashing, that would be great, but again, I don't know where this relay goes, and the reason why is because the relay that comes on the trucks that handles the turn signals and everything is different on ours. This is how your factory relay is going to look. So it is a kind of green little box, 3-prong on it. Again, different placement of the prongs as well. So this is your factory relay, and then when you swap out your turn signals to LED, you have to swap it with something that can handle it. And I've seen some that you can swap it and it still don't work, so you might have to modify them a little bit, or you could potentially try to open this one to modify it a little bit. Again, I'll leave a little bit more details in the description, just if I can find the exact mod you need to do, but chances are try to find one that is a Tridon here, EP33. This relay is the one that I currently have in my truck, which is why you don't see a lot of hyper flashing on it. And again, that's just because I had upgraded my bulbs already to LED. So keep that in mind. That's going to be a problem you might have. It was really nice of them to include a relay. Unfortunately, I just don't know where you put this, because there's really not a spot that I've seen in there where you add this to fix that problem. So outside of that though, the lights are looking great. The color of the lights is a little bit cooler, so I will have to upgrade my corner lights to kind of match that. Otherwise it's going to bug me that I have a warm tone and a cool tone. So keep that in mind. Outside of that, we're going to wait till it gets a little bit darker so I can show you how it looks at night. So let's do it. And here it is how it looks with them just blinking. Again, the way you set them up, because of how they go into the bumper, you're going to have the blinking going from basically the outside towards the inside. So that looks cool. If you don't like it and you want to put it the other way, I guess you can flip them. Just the fitment is not going to be super perfect when you do it that way. But yeah, all right guys, check it out. And again, this is just to show you the white lights on it. I match my corners to them with some LEDs. I'll link you guys on the bottom for those as well. Super cheap. Just something that will give me the nice, cool white light like the bottom do. I didn't want to have ambers on the top and obviously a cool white on the bottom. But let me go ahead and turn the sequential turn signals. I'm just going to put my flashers on so you can see them now going towards the outside instead of towards the inside. And this is how they look with them going from the inside towards the outside. It's quick again, so you might be kind of hard to see on the video, but I think this looks a little bit better, a little more natural instead of then going from the outside towards the inside. So it's looking good. Really happy with the results of them. I think they look great, especially the driving lights. I think it's awesome to have the corners and the bottoms, and then once you turn on your headlights as well, it's just going to be a lot of cool light on the front. So very happy with that, very happy with the results. Definitely recommend. So there you have it, guys. What do you guys think about the lights? Let me know down in the comments. I think they look awesome on my truck. I did have to upgrade my corner lights just to match the cool white lights in them, but that is honestly not a big deal. I picked up a set of bulbs super cheap, so I'll leave you guys links down in the description for you to pick up a set of clear ones, a set of smoke ones, some LED bulbs if you need to upgrade your corner ones as well, like I did, and that way you can do this whole mud and make your truck look awesome on the front. Honestly, I do think it ties everything together on the front. Really happy with the results of it. They're not very expensive, which is awesome as well. And honestly, I think they're gonna make your truck look great as well. So if you like what we're doing, please consider subscribing, consider leaving a like on this video, leaving a comment with your thoughts about these lights, and hopefully you guys can pick up a set for your truck as well. Check out the description again for links to everything, and hopefully we'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.